Video is a little bit different and I'm very excited to make it. So this year I haven't made a big, I've talked about it a little bit, but I haven't made a big announcement on YouTube, at least what we've been doing. This year I have essentially burnt down most of my companies in the past that you guys know me for. We're still running them. We're still delivering services to clients and students and getting good results for them. However, my focus has really shifted from purely info to I want to build something big. I want to build something really cool. I think AI is the coolest thing ever. I don't just say this to like sell courses like a lot of people. And so I've obviously discussed this socially, but we haven't really built in public because one, I think introduces a lot of competition. And then two, I wanted to build something and then show it to you guys rather than just talk and yap because everyone can talk. So what we're going to talk about in this video is my AI startup, Kendo AI. We've got the shirts. It's awesome. We just touched our highest MRR number right now. We're not at 7 figures yet, but we're not at just 6. We're like somewhere in between as far as like ARR. We're working with some really cool companies like WAP, Gale, Samcart, Ty Lopez, and a bunch of other companies that you guys know about. A lot of big people in this space. So in this video, I want to go through kind of the formulation of Kendo, what Kendo is, what it does. And then if this applies to you as a customer, I'll show you how it works. If not, I still think it would be really valuable for you guys to watch and just understand the thought process of building software. Now, this isn't the best for like views, making a long intro like this, but I watched Alex Becker go from being an info guy to building Hyros in like 2020. And it really made an impression on me. Shout out Alex, I love his stuff. And so I've wanted to take the same approach and build a real legitimate business. This is not vibe coded. This is not like some dinky software like a lot of people in this space do. This is legitimate enterprise AI software that does a lot of cool stuff for sales teams. So here's our website. Just give you guys a rundown of what Kendo does. So Kendo is an all-in-one sales training, management, and ramp-up platform. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means a couple of things. So we do AI role play, meaning you can role play against AI that is extremely human-like, so you can actually practice and get a lot of repetition in as a sales rep and get better at sales without wasting real leads and real opportunities and then getting fired, right? We do a lot of really good call review and coaching. So you can see here like and I'll show you the real UI in a second, but like this objection handling breakdown, the AI will literally grab the objections from a call. It'll list them out and then list how well you did against them. It will then give you direct feedback. And this isn't generic feedback, by the way, guys. Like I've trained 5,000 salespeople. We ran one of the largest sales education companies in history, Closer Cartel. This does a better job in most cases than we ever could as sales managers or as sales coaches because it's AI. It just has so much data. It doesn't get tired. Its brain doesn't get exhausted. It's like really direct feedback every time. And then we even do like timestamps and things like that, and then a bunch of other cool stuff. So the whole point of Kendo is you can ramp up your team a lot faster. You can train people a lot better and a lot faster. You can train them more intelligently and get real data on training. And then this thing that we're rolling out here in a couple of weeks as of recording this video, we're basically launching our own version of like Fathom Note Taker or Fireflies or Otter, if you know any of these like note-taking call recording apps. We're launching our own version that'll have all the good functionality that like all of these share, like they're all the same, but we're going to be combining our AI on top of it. And it's going to be a note taker and a call recorder custom built for salespeople that will record your calls without having to join your meeting, whether you call out of a dialer, out of a CRM, Google, Zoom, it doesn't matter. It will record every call that you take. So if you're a sales manager, you will get all of the data automatically on your sales team in a way that you can't right now. It will auto review calls for you. It will auto score calls. It will flag calls based on what needs reviewed. And then as a sales rep, you will get insane data into every call that you ever take in a way that, again, you just can't right now. And so we're building a lot of cool stuff. I have a glitch on the website right now. So let me show you guys this, and we're actually going to go in here. So this is what you see when you are inside of Kindo AI. So I'm in a client account right now just to show you guys. So actually, let me go to my account. So I'm going to go to my team. There we go. So this is my dummy account. So it's not going to be full of like real call data, like a real sales team running it. But you can see here from the dashboard, if I'm a sales manager, I get all of this data very easily without having to click through videos, without having to review videos. So I get to see my average call score. I can see flagged reps, meaning flagged calls that I should review because there's something that went wrong in those calls. Our total calls, and then the amount of time that my team has been training, filtered by time period, which is really cool. And then I have this really nice trend graph that shows me our actual performance. Now, when this recorder releases, this will also show cash collected. And like basically every real stat that your CRM would show you, but in a Stripe level data sense, so that I can just take a look at my dashboard and know how we're doing for the day. Like, oh, how are call scores? Okay, are there any problems? Are we collecting? Are we performing and trending upwards rather than trending down? And then this is really cool. Management level, this is my account right here. I have some flagged calls. It says I've got an average call score of 39, which is not good at all. And I've trained 58 minutes in the last 38 days. So if I click this and I click into these calls, it will show me the calls that are flagged. Now, why is a call flagged? A couple of reasons. Either I had really bad objection handling. I just completely did not do sales the right way. There is a right and a wrong way to do sales across every niche possible. And the AI is smart enough to recognize like the kind of offer you're selling, as well as your niche and things like that. And so if I click this, if I click view call, it will load the call that was flagged. So I got a 42, not great. Why is that? Well, this was a minute long call. This was like a demo test I did. But in that minute, it was able to say, because this was a cold call, hey, you remembered their name. This was good. But these things all need improvement. Here's some real coaching advice. Here's some tactical improvements needed. And by the way, these are not generic. None of this stuff is generic. This is all really granular, like I'm an elite sales coach level of feedback. And then it even gives me next steps to improve on like what I should do to get better as a sales rep, which is awesome. I can see my transcript here from the whole conversation, just like you would normally want. I can copy this transcript if I want to go feed this into like an LLM or something. One click, I can copy. I can add tags. I can add notes if I'm a manager. And then I even have this Ask AI Coach button. Sorry about that. My recording software cut out again. So we have this Ask AI button. This is the coolest thing ever, okay? So if I click Ask AI Coach, this is going to open up, essentially think of it like a ChatGPT. It's like a LLM format. I can ask it things, it gives me a response back. But it's not generic, it's not high level. It is only in the context of this call. So if this was like actually we'll pick a longer one. Let me find a longer call here. Okay, so here's a longer call. This is 8 minutes. So this was, if I recall, this was me doing a test insurance call. And so I basically cold called and I'm trying to sell life insurance just because I was showing a client this. So if I click Ask AI Coach, now let's say, what's my problem here? My opening was weak, okay? So what could I say as an opener instead that would work better? Okay, so this is going to tell me, in the context of this call, it'll read the whole transcript. It'll read basically all these data points. It's going to be my sales manager better than any human could. So I say, hey, what's a better opener? I should have said, hey, Betty, this is Luke with Life. Thanks for calling in. See, you're looking for final expense, so your kids aren't left with funeral bills. Did I get that right? Assuming like I read an application. Perfect. I'll keep this simple. Sound fair? That's good. This is really good. Now, what else can I do better? Let's ask. Okay, so it's saying stop the free government money pitch. I teased no cost out of pocket. That sounds too good to be true. It instantly eroded trust and derailed the rest of the call. Replace this with a straight value statement. It's pretty accurate. Ask one open-ended question before you screen. What made you start looking into this today? Good advice. So I know everything it says is good because I built this, but this is literally a elite level sales coach at your disposal in any call that you click in. I can click in any call and I click that and I'm getting like the best coaching support feedback that I could possibly ask for. Now, if you're a manager, you can upload or filter all of these. So I can filter by like the agents, I can filter by reps. Now, as far as the actual AI roleplay goes, this is one of my demo accounts, so I have a ton of prospects in here. It's super easy to create a prospect. And so if I create one with you right now, like I'll do a B2B one. So I'm just going to say name test, say they're like 35. I'm just test, okay. So job, I'm going to sell to the VP of sales of a software company, decent sized company, mid-market. I am selling Kendo AI. Now, I would be a bit more descriptive there normally. Now, if I say in training objectives that I want to work on objection handling, it'll give me a lot of objections, and vice versa for everything. So you can actually like tailor each simulation to fit one, different things you sell, two, different things you want to work on, all the way down to the smallest thing you can imagine. You can even add custom training goals here, or custom anything. So expected challenges. If I'm selling like software, probably going to get competitors. I'm probably going to get technical concerns, integration complexity, doubt of the product working, all these sorts of things. Now, call type, this would be a product demo. Again, you can do custom here. And then you pick a voice. So I'm just going to pick David. And that's how easy it is. So I just created a fully intelligent, realistic AI prospect that will allow me to go role play with it, sell against it as much as I want, and then get direct instant feedback on how I did and how well I'm performing. So I do want to show you guys an actual demo of like role playing with this. So let me find one that I know about. Okay, Kyle Johnson. This is a software call. So if I start a role play, I can do standard training, which is standard like full sales call, or I can do objection handling and skip the whole half of that. So I'm going to do standard training.
Hello, my name is Kyle Johnson. I appreciate you setting up this call. I'd like to understand what your company does and why you wanted to speak with us.
Yeah, what's up, Kyle? Nice to meet you, man. We spoke on LinkedIn this week, right?
Yeah, that was me. I remember your message, something about improving sales coaching with AI, right? Can you give me like the quick version of what Kendo actually does? Just, straight to the point.
Yeah, for sure. So we built a all-in-one AI sales training, management, and ramp-up platform. So we really, really stress on and focus on being able to train your reps 10 times more and more effectively than you do now, whether you have managers or not, at a much more cost-effective way. We do really deep sales analysis. So like instead of filler words and talk time, we review calls instantaneously that you run. And we look for things like objections and how well you did discovery, how well your pitch was, how well you actually did on a real like art of sales level rather than this generic stuff that a lot of these other tools do. And then combining these tools and just the rest of the suite that we have here at Kendo, you're going to be able to ramp up your sales reps in record time, and they're going to perform a lot better, and you're going to save a lot of time in management. So that's the sort of the 80-20.
Okay, so let me just make sure I've got this. Your platform actually analyzes our sales calls for things like objection handling and discovery quality, not just like word counts or crosstalk, and then it gives our reps feedback? Or is it just dashboards for managers? Also, how does this plug into Salesforce? We live and breathe in there.
Yeah, so great question. So it does everything that you just said. It gives you dashboards, it gives you good data, it does the rep level, like actual direct feedback and coaching from our AI. And then as far as integrating into Salesforce, there's not really a need to do that at the moment. We keep everything into Kendo. That way it's not a mess and there is no complexity. There's no integration problems there. What you could do is export your calls into Salesforce if you wanted. But again, it's not a requirement. We don't really need to integrate with a CRM the way that we build our software.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of a sticking point for me. Our team's whole workflow is in Salesforce. Notes, activities, pipeline, everything. I get not wanting complexity, but if reps have to jump between tools, that's usually where adoption falls off. How do you actually drive rep usage? Like, what's to stop this from being another thing people ignore after the first week?
So I'm going to mute myself. One, I want you guys to look at from a software AI level. Now, I've had a couple people be like, oh, bro, this is just vibe coded. No, it's not. And if you want to vibe code this, be my guest. Go try. Our latency is like near instant. It's actually faster than real life, so we had to slow it down to where when I talk, it talks back in a real speed level. Because imagine you're having a conversation with somebody and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey. Like it's got to be real, right? So we had to slow it down. Our tech was actually too fast. It is already giving me objections here because I programmed this bot to give me objections. And so that's what I want to work on as a sales rep. And so this is a real sales call. I would be running through a nice like full process in order to do my best to try to close this deal. He'll continue to give me objections. He'll continue to have fear, depending on what we programmed it into, depending on what we want to train on or practice. But I would literally have to handle this objection right now, or it's just going to go off track and I'm not going to end up getting this call. And so this works across literally any niche, any offer, any vertical, anything that you guys can imagine, whether you're in B2C and info, whether you're in SaaS, whether you're in enterprise. We're working with really big companies in like basically every niche that you can think of: insurance, blue collar, solar, roofing, WAP, Samcart, like all kinds of different. And our AI is built in such a way that it can handle any of that. And there is no need to like learn it or teach it or train it, because it already has all the data in the world. Now, this would be going down the rabbit hole of complexity of like technical stuff, which I'm sure you guys don't really care about. But we built this to work for anything, and it works that well. And I hope that was pretty impressive for you guys to see. So if I end this call now and I go back to my dashboard, this call will now generate the recording. Okay, and so now I got my call feedback back from the AI analyzing. So I got a 23. It was only 4 minutes, so again, it's hard to do off of that. But here's what I did well. I opened up well. Here's what needs improvement. And so this probably because it was such a short call. Obviously, it's hard to score a call if you don't run the full thing, but I'm not going to role play for 20 minutes to show you guys. But it will give me all of this feedback every time I do a call, no matter what. And it's absolutely insane. It does the key moments as well, so that I can kind of just jump in and out of things and high-level review. And then also goes over these sorts of things. So if I have like a process I need my people to follow, I can just glance and look. And now this call will actually show up as far as data in this dashboard as well. So here's what I want to tell you guys now. That's basically the 80-20 of what Kendo does. Now, going forward, something that we are about to release and that we're working on is our recorder. So our recorder is literally going to be a downloadable app. It's almost done. We're just bug testing right now, where you will be able to record every single call your team takes. One, the storage will be cheaper than Zoom or Fathom or any of these others. Two, it will be specifically purpose-built for sales reps, meaning I can turn this thing on, I download it, every rep on my team, I'm now recording every conversation they have. I'm auto-reviewing every conversation they have. I'm flagging any potential problems automatically. No need to like sift through calls and dig around. And I'm getting real data trends and performance, and then some super secret stuff that no one has ever done that I can't really disclose because it's top secret and people will steal our idea. So guys, it's been a blast building this. It's been the hardest thing I've ever done for sure, but it's awesome. Like building real software is fun. Now, do I recommend you guys all go do this? Absolutely not. Like it's difficult. You gotta have a lot of money. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, I made a reel. Literally watched my bank accounts go from like 600 grand to like 99K this year. Just touched it like last month. Like that's serious, you know. Like I'm all in on this and building AI. And I just want to give words of encouragement to you guys, because real business is hard. Real business is really hard. This whole Fugazi info thing is just like, it's good money. Like you can make good money fast for sure. Like you shouldn't demonize that, but that's not real business. And it only lasts for so long. And if you don't learn these kinds of things, like Becker talked about this in 2020, back to like using him as an example. He said this before I saw anybody. And it really stuck in my head, guys. Like your info is not going to last forever unless you're like one of 1 bazillion people that it does for. Like some of my friends, they're going to have longevity for a long time, but not everybody, you know. And not even talking about the longevity, but like it's just not that fun, to be honest. Like this is fun. I'm building something of substance, something that actually helps people and drives like real results for their business. You know, this is life changing. If your business depends on sales, which they all do, and this makes you better at sales, even 10%, how much more money you make a year? A lot. You know, this is a real thing. And so I just want to give you guys words of encouragement and really share what we're building now that we're established and we have a really, really good product that I'm proud of. I'm going to be making a lot more videos on this. If you want to use this, by the way, the pricing is absolutely absurd for the value you're getting. Once this recorder rolls out, it is free with a seat. So seat pricing starts at, even for enterprise, it starts at $55 a month. Enterprise just has a few extra goodies and things like that if you have at least 10 sales reps. But guys, even if you're a solo rep or you have a team or you have a small team or you have a large team, I think our largest team right now is a couple hundred seats on Kendo. It's a game changer. It'll make you more money. It'll save you a ton of time. And if it doesn't, you don't pay. Like I put a guarantee behind it. So I'm really proud of this. I'm excited to finally show this to you guys. And I've done nothing this year but sit in this room in front of this computer. And my eyes are starting to go fuzzy and like I got floaters because all the blue light. We're all in. And so I hope this can be like an inspirational thing for you guys and really just show you like what's possible if you work hard. We're not successful in any sense of the word yet. Like we've got to get to millions of dollars first before I can even feel like that. But yeah, it's hard, but do hard things. Go do hard things. You know, I don't know. I got a lot to say, but I'll keep it short for a video. I hope this was cool. I hope you guys like what we built. Again, this is legit enterprise grade software. It's sick. It's so sick. And just being able to, like, for example, if I look at this recording, being able to like auto pull your objections in a call and then see how you scored specifically individually against those objections and get the feedback and have your transcript and be able to share the like everything and play the recording. It's insane. So much love, guys. Thank you for the support. If you're interested in signing up or using Kendo, I'll just put a link in the description. But yeah, God bless, and let me know what you want to see in the future. I'm more than open to talk about this stuff. We have a real AI company, unlike a lot of these hooligans talking about AI online. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.